Good morning and happy Tuesday, beautiful people. We've got the CPI report tomorrow and the PPI report on Thursday. And heading into the reports, it's a very divided market. Very much a mixed bag. A little bit of strength in XLP, real estate, utilities, gold, financials, Dow Jones, RSP, and then I think more importantly, weakness in QQQ, IWM, big tech, big semis, Bitcoin communications, and then check out the big 14. A very divided group. JP Morgan, Netflix, Goldman, Tesla, they all hold up a little better, while Google, AMAT, Microsoft, AMD, a touch uglier. For the S&Ps, at the moment I think we're caught between two pretty important levels. After the CPI and the PPI, I'm trying to get a break of really either which. At the moment, no bias. But I think swing trading gets a lot easier when they can break either 5,500 or 54. 54, we've got the low from last week. You have your weekly 21 EMA. And on spot gamma, we also got the put wall there. Put wall lifted from 53 to 54. Couple different things pointing towards potentially that might be a bigger, more meaningful level of support. That being said, they break 54 on a closing basis, then I think they're going to go ahead here and open up the floodgates. 5,500, and if anything, it's a little closer to 5,525. One or two strong closes back above that. They're back above hourly resistance, they're back above the 4-hour resistance, back above that daily 50, and back above that daily 21. If they can do that, and then the big three prints a 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour buy signal, I think it all becomes a much, much easier long. Under 54, I think a much, much easier short. And then QQQ, I think the Qs could bounce another $10 and doesn't fix all the issues. If they could get one or two closes back above that 465, they might try to turn the page here. Under that falling daily 21, we've got a sell signal, we've got momentum breaking back below zero. They can't get it and keep it back above that 465. I think eventually we've got a date with 440. The daily 200 and the spot gamma put wall. Couple different levels for you to watch into the CPI and the PPI. And then as far as, hey, can we get a decent bounce here? If anything to short into, we got to get some help from the big boys. I would look at NVDA, Apple, and Tesla. For NVIDIA here, on the daily time frame, not a great looking chart by any stretch. Drop down to a 30-minute and a 1-hour. Tiny little short-term signs of maybe a bit of a bottom. For the first time in about 2.5 weeks, they crank out a close yesterday above the hourly 21. They cancel the sell signal, and they get momentum shifting back in the favor of the bulls. From here, if NVIDIA can hold above that 105 strike, I think there might be a path into about 108, potentially into that 110 call wall. They take it into 110, you've got the call wall, you've got the falling hourly 50. As far as a short-term pop, they take it into 110, that might be all she wrote. But if they can even do that, that should help the S&Ps and the Qs get a little bit of lift. For Tesla here, had a few good trades in Tesla last week. Popping into 220 here at the open, I would play for a close back above that daily 50. If they can get it and clear it above that daily 50, then you play for a push towards that 230 call wall. If they can get a close above that 230 call wall, then I think they open the door for a push towards 240, 250. Lastly, I will give you Apple. And again, guys, I think all this comes down to tomorrow and Thursday. But on Apple here, we have a 3-day, 2-day, and a daily squeeze. So fast forward 4, 8, 10 weeks down the road, and I think a pretty decent chance they'll have all fired. To call for a longer a short right now, frankly, I think we're way too early. My daily chart gets a score of 1. If I want to buy that daily squeeze, ideally, I want a score of 12. My 2-day squeeze gets a score of 3. Not quite knocking my socks off. And then finally, my 3-day squeeze gets a score of 9. So that one leans a little bit more bullish. Shorter term, for a long, I want to see it back into 225 with a bunch of lower time frame buy signals. But I don't think it'll be an Apple thing. I don't think it'll be an NVIDIA or a Tesla thing. While they could help, I think it all comes down to the S&Ps and the QQQ. They break lower on Thursday than Apple, Tesla, NVIDIA. They could all be easier shorts. If that is the outcome, one short I do like could be Microsoft. We jumped into a put debit spread for last week yesterday. With all the catalysts, we're playing it with a bit more of a smaller size. But if the market can break lower, I do like that for a short. Under the daily 50, under the daily 21, under the daily 200. And then I think the 4-hour squeeze here could be good for a break under 400. Will all come down to QQQ. Q's rallying back towards 465, and I think everything's going to catch a bid. Q's back down towards 440. I think everything is catching a spanking. So put the indexes first. Be patient into tomorrow. Be patient into Thursday. And my reminder for the week, I am looking for one good trade and then another. If that takes 3 days, takes a week or so, it is what it is. But alright, y'all, good luck. Go get them, and I'll talk to you very soon. Adios.